Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up doing well. Got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put it in the right place. So it's Monday, start to the day, start to the week. So I want to jump this off, especially because special episode 365. Okay, episode 365. 1 full year of Coffee with Coach episodes. I know when I started this thing last year, when everything hit, I did not think I was going to make it to a full 365 episodes. When I started this thing, it was more of like, I don't know, putting some good stuff out there, because it originated from, at that time, just listening to or watching all over social media, black belts in jiu-jitsu, just disrespect each other, a lot of hating going on, and a lot of just stuff where I just didn't feel like it was, benefiting the jiu-jitsu community. And so, or at least I wasn't getting anything out of it. And I'm like, it just bothered me that to see in a martial art where, the first thing that we learn, we teach our students is respect. Over time, sometimes we just lose that main component of the martial art, and we disrespect, other practitioners and stuff like that. So it is what it is. People do what they do. I don't want to follow suit in that arena there with what they do. So I started these Coffee with Coach episodes, listening to and reading good content for my mind. And I just wanted to share with everyone what it is that I was doing to help kind of win my days. You know what I'm saying? So here we are, 365 days, or episodes. And so it's just fitting that I wanted to share with you guys some new stuff that I was listening to. I shared a piece of it already, but I've been listening to this for you guys that don't know, you should know, Admiral William McRaven. Okay, I found him because of the video he put out, or that someone put out, of him talking about making your bed every day and the importance of making your bed every day. And listening to that story over and over and over again and sharing it with people, to this day, I'm on my students, kids, teens, adults, whoever, about making their bed, because you got to win the day. You start the day by winning the day by fixing your bed. Basically, the little things, okay? We're doing the little things that add up to big ones, right? So coming back to this, I don't know, it just popped up in my YouTube feed a couple days ago, but it was a different video called Second Chances. So of course I like stories. Like I said, that's how I got all these episodes. And this guy has a bunch of great stories. I like reading, but I want to hear from the actual individual themselves. It just comes out differently, at least for me. So he's telling these different stories from his book, and I still got to get his book. I haven't got it yet. But these are pretty fascinating stories. And like I said, I can just listen to this stuff all day, because the guys like this, Navy SEALs that have done the things that they've done, I feel pretty small. Like man, what have I been doing with my life compared to like what these guys have done with theirs? So anyways, let me get into the second chances thing. So listening to this guy, he spent 37 years in the military, Navy SEALs, just the whole thing, right? And so I'm listening to him share these stories. So I want to share a couple of them with you. And I'm only going to share, I'm just, paraphrasing a little bit, because you need to go and hear it from himself, how he tells these stories. But if you want to check it out, this is Admiral William H. McRaven Forum Club, and it's on South Florida PBS YouTube channel. Now, this is the second video that's pretty much the same one I listened to the other day, but it's on a different channel. So anyways, he's talking about how he was just going through, there's a couple situations here, right? Near death experiences, where he's going through some just basic training hostage situation, training operations. And I'm pretty sure it's in the Philippines, if I got my notes right. And they're just going through this routine. They're doing their thing, and they're about to get on this plane with people, he said, I think from Australia, from the Philippines, from a couple different places. And for whatever reason, he didn't really say why. That's how he said it. He said for whatever reason, they were told not to get on the plane. And so him and the hostage, which I think was his colonel at the time, didn't get on that plane. And when that plane took off, it later crashed and killed everyone on the plane except for one person. And he just kind of wonders, like, you know, why weren't we allowed to get on that plane, and why did those good men die like that? Okay. And he also, with second chances, he also called it the hand of God. And you just have to wonder, why did those good men, maybe they were women too, I don't know, he didn't really say, but die like that, right? So then he talks, and he goes into a couple years later where he's out in another training operation in a boat. Okay, he's got a 30-foot boat, and he said it was really just bad out that day. And he said it was about 40-foot waves. And he goes, so obviously a 40-foot wave, 30-foot boat, the wave's going to win. The wave is going to win. So the boat actually flipped over, and he's underneath it. And he said there was some straps, some lines or something that was in the boat or whatever, somehow got wrapped around his neck. And he was thinking, he's talking about in the SEALs, sometimes things happen so fast, like you're like, oh man, you don't even have time to think like this is it. But in this case, he's thinking while he's underwater with this thing wrapped around his neck, like this is how it ends, this is how it goes, this is the end of it right here. And he goes, somehow, miraculously, he got untangled. And when he got untangled, he was able to come up from under the water. But here comes another 40-foot wave that was about to pull him back down. And he said out of nowhere, he saw two Navy SEALs that just happened to be out there. And they pulled him up right before that wave hit. And they pulled him out, and they saved him. And they got some, I think, the highest Medal of Honor that you can get in a peaceful time. So those two individuals that saved his life that day got that Medal of Honor. Then he tells another story where he's going through, he says, a routine parachute jump. And so he's a beautiful day outside. So he's in the plane, the ramp comes down, he's getting ready to jump. He said he looks out, it's a beautiful day in the San Diego area. It says Mexico, Pacific Ocean, not a cloud in the sky. He makes his jump, going through the routine. And he says, as he looks down to the left, there was someone parachuting as well, and to the right, okay? And he goes, so he's trying to keep his eye on both individuals, and while he's looking at one guy, someone just ends up right underneath him. And he goes, he's dropping down at like, I want to say 120 miles an hour. And he goes, the guy pulled his parachute. So he hits this parachute, and he said it's like hitting an airbag. So in the process, he starts tumbling and kind of, falling out of control. And so he didn't know, he just kind of lost like where he was at. So he said, I don't know how far I am from the ground, so I need to pull my cord. So he pulled his rip cord, and one of the cords wrapped around his leg, and there's another cord, I guess, again, you got to listen to the story, wrapped around his other leg. So when his parachute went off, it split him in two, okay? It's a crazy story. Like, his legs went in opposite directions. So he said his pelvic bone was separated like 5 inches apart, okay? And he said it ripped his abdomen and his back all apart, his muscles and all this stuff. So anyways, he survives that, and he tells like how he needed, his family and his friends and whoever else, because he had to go through rehabilitation and all this stuff. And then later on, I found another video where he tells his story where he was diagnosed with some kind of cancer, okay? And he's in Iraq, I think, in Afghanistan, or somewhere over there. And he's talking about where the doctor is basically saying, get some things in order. You're going back to the States. Your time in the military is over, blah, 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 right? So they get back to the States. Him and his wife go see a doctor here in Texas. I think it's San Antonio, some specialist. Come to find out, this doctor re-diagnosed him and everything else. and he's going to be okay. And he goes back and serves, I think, 5 more years, he said, in the military. So in this process of all these different near-death, these experiences that he had, he's talking about second chances. And how he talks about how he found, I guess, one of the guys that was under him had a DUI. He found him guilty. He said later on, he didn't go into too many details, but this is where the moral of the story comes in at. Later on, he found a way to kind of work with this guy, help him out. And this guy went on to serve many more years in the Navy SEALs and saved hundreds of lives and blah, blah, blah. And so he's like, that's what life's about, is second chances. And so when you get that second chance, not only are you supposed to make the best of it, but you give other people second chances as well. And at least for me, at being 46, I had a friend die at an early age at 18. I had another close one die, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, somewhere in that range. And then just obviously throughout the day, throughout the week, if you're obviously on Facebook, you got friends, family members, people are passing away left and right, especially over this past year. And you just kind of wonder, like, why am I still here? Like, why am I still given this gift to be here? And yet, at least for me, I ask myself that all the time. Like, why did this 20-something-year-old didn't make it and I get an extra 26 years or 20 years? Or, someone I know passed away at 40, why am I able to make it, to 46? And I don't know how many more years there's left, and I hope there's a lot more, right? But I don't know. And so these things make me realize, like, I got to make the use and the best of each day. And I can't play around and just take things for granted and just do nothing. Okay, I'm always talking about how I'm busy and I'm training and I'm working and I'm running and I'm lifting weights and I want to help people and I want to all these things. I don't have time to play video games. Okay, I don't sit around and just watch like a whole series of Netflix, all the episodes in one shot or something. I mean, I do watch TV, don't get me wrong. I actually watched a really good movie that's kind of relates to this called The Greater or something like that. Anyways, the Brandon Burlsworth, I think his name is, football story on Netflix. Check it out. I mean, great story. This kid does everything right. Underdog. Walk on to the Razorbacks. Makes it to the NFL, and then I think at age 22 he gets hit by an 18-wheeler, and then it's over. And so, again, in that story, the older brother, he's dealing with the tug and pull of, like, basically is like, is there a God? Is there not a God? You're supposed to, this his kid, his brother, younger brother, did everything right, was the best person, didn't swear, didn't drink, picked up trash off it, wouldn't walk on you got to see the movie. If you didn't see the movie, you need to see the movie. It's a great movie. I stayed up later than normal because I just couldn't stop watching it. And yeah, man, you kind of wonder, this kid was like the perfect kid, like did everything right, prayed every day, read the Bible, got his teammates and coaches to read the Bible, and he's doing all this like a perfect kid. And he worked his butt off to get where he got to, when everyone just didn't think, just wrote him off, and he made it. And then here he's driving home and he gets hit by a truck, and it's a true story. Just check it out. And so why did that kid make it to 22? Only made it to 22, and I get to make it to 46. And I didn't work even nowhere near as hard as this kid worked, or did some of the good things that this guy did. And how does that work? I don't know. It just is what it is, and you just got to believe that obviously things happen for a reason. And so at least for me, when I read and I listen to these stories, it wakes me up. Like, yeah, man, don't play around. Like, take it serious. Of course, you got to have a good time. I like to laugh. People close to me, they know low. Like I get down. Like I'm, I love to joke around. I like to laugh. You know, I like to talk to people, whatever. But there's a time and a place for that. And every day getting up and when I listen to this stuff, it's like, yeah, man, it's time to get to work. Like I was in a group text this morning and I sent someone the link to that movie I'm talking about with this Burlsworth guy. And one of the responses I got was, I saw it already. And I'm like, watch it again. Like I saw it already too, but I watched it again last night and it just helped me revisit these things that I'm talking about. Then I wake up this morning and I'm listening to this new video that I haven't heard before. It's a different one. These stories that this admiral is sharing. And it's like, yeah, man, second chances. Like I've been given multiple second chances myself. And you have too, if you're still here. And we all know someone that's not here anymore. So make the best of each and single of every day. We don't have time to play around and be sad or, whatever over little things. Okay. Really reevaluate what it is that you're down and out about. Reevaluate what it is that you're upset about. And it's probably it's probably nothing compared to what some people are going through right now. Yeah, man, it's just eye-opening. It's a great check, and to just put things in perspective. So second chances, you're still here, and other people are not, okay? Why is that? We don't know. But you're obligated to make the best of each and every day. So then make the best of each and every day. Like, that's what we're here to do. We're here to serve other people, help other people. And we do that by making sure we are the best versions of ourselves so that we can help other people. Again, everyone makes mistakes. No one's perfect. We're humans. We're going to say things, do things. But at the end of the day, we should be correcting things and fixing things and at least trying to be the best version of ourselves. And it all starts off with, again, what you're eating, drinking, reading, listening to, so that you can be the best person that you can. So hope this helps. Definitely helps me. Again, if you want to start something, just going off on a different note, start it. I didn't think these episodes would make it one full year. I have taken some days off. They're probably maybe 10 days total. If I have my numbers correct of how many episodes I didn't do. So these aren't 365 consecutive days, but it's pretty close. I think I've gone maybe 2 days at the most without doing an episode. But every day, get up and trying to put out some good stuff for you guys to listen to on how it is that I manage my morning and how I go out throughout my day and how I'm doing the things I'm doing. I'm not doing as good as some people, but I am doing really good, at least for me and my perspective, what I'm doing. And a lot has to do with what I'm listening to every morning and what I'm sharing with you guys. It's how I'm winning my day. Okay. So again, check it out. Admiral McRaven. He's got some great stories that'll really put things in perspective for you. You're probably crying and whining over some little minor stuff compared to what these guys have gone through. And it will help, or at least it should. Okay, open your mind up, open those ears up, and let's get to work. All right, guys, you have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys on the next one. We'll see you.